lot of talk about robots taking over everyone's jobs, but it's usually in the context of like manufacturing jobs. But now comes the news that robots are coming after our literature too. As The Atlantic put it, an AI just went full Jack Kerouac. One of Obama's former ghostwriters is responsible for it, named Ross Goodwin. He attached a camera, GPS, and microphone to his car, hooked it all up to his laptop, which he then hooked up to a printer. Then he used a bunch of neural networks, the AI part of the apparatus, to write a novel as he drove from Brooklyn to New Orleans, just like Kerouac did in On the Road. The idea was to see if the AI could write a novel like Kerouac. The journey took 4 days, and as Goodwin drove, the printer spat out prose generated by the AI. Goodwin trained his neural networks by feeding them databases of poetry, science fiction, and what he described as bleak literature. He also used a dataset from Foursquare. Google funded his trip, paying for the car rental and the camera. The result is a book called On the Road, which is being marketed as the first novel written by a machine. The Atlantic gushed all over it, saying the book was a hallucinatory, oddly illuminating account of a bot's life on the interstate. The electric Kool-Aid acid test meets Google's Street View, narrated by Siri. The first line of the book reads, "It was 9:17 in the morning and the house was heavy," which The Atlantic called apropos for an opener of a book about the road, even poignant. Goodwin himself told The Atlantic he thought the line was beautiful. Another line from the book The Atlantic referenced is, "A ski lift business for the last time the train was already being darkened and the street was already there," which The Atlantic called ghostly prose. And a line from the Foursquare dataset reads, "Eagle's Nest Diner, a American restaurant in Goldsboro, or the Marine Station, a place of fish, seemed to be a man who has been assembled for 3 days." The Atlantic called that line a surrealistic remark about a particular location. Personally, I call it crap. Some others might even say, kind of like Kerouac himself. While Goodwin says his AI-generated novel was an exhilarating success, I happen to be an American who respectfully disagrees. And I'm not too concerned about the robots taking over our literature anytime soon.